interrupt our regularly scheduled programming to bring you this local Pueblo sports broadcast. This is Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo, 1350. Let's head courtside and join the voice of the pack, Jim Brooks.
And thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Massari Arena for tonight's Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference doubleheader. University of Colorado, Colorado Springs in town to take on your Thunderwolves. Women will tip here at 5:30. The men around 7:30, depending when the women's game ends, give or take. Key doubleheader indeed here tonight. First place on the line here in the RMAC women's side of the house. Thunderwolves at 10-0 in conference play. UCCS right behind them, one game behind them at 9-1. Of course, the Thunderwolves still undefeated on the season at 16-0. UCCS had a little of a rough start this year, but they've come on and they are playing exceptional basketball right now. They are at 9-1 in conference play. 12-4 overall, and they're led, of course, by their superstar. That'd be Brittany Hernandez. She's a potential RMAC Player of the Year candidate. 16 points, 7.5 rebounds a game. Leads the team in block shots. She can shoot threes. She likes to go inside. She can shoot free throws. She's the total package for the Mountain Lions. And really, when you look at their numbers, they're kind of a mirror image of the Thunderwolves this year. They shoot it at 41%. Thunderwolves shoot at 42%. Both teams turn it over around 15 times a game. They shoot 43% from the field. They shoot a little bit better from three-point land, do the Mountain Lions. They average 8 makes a game at 36%. Thunderwolves 6.5 makes a game at 33%. But the Thunderwolves get to the free throw line a little bit more often. That might be the only really big difference. Thunderwolves average 16 makes a game from the free throw line. UCCS only 11.5. So the Thunderwolves offense a little bit more geared to get the ball inside. The Mountain Lions, they're more perimeter oriented, but they've also got Hernandez who can get points inside as well as outside. So it's a tough guard for any defense, and we'll see how the Thunderwolves handle it tonight. Of course, Thunderwolves struggled last night early on against Metro State. Didn't score their first basket until 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter, but after that they turned it up and ended up winning the ball game going away 66-49. And one thing about it, their defense played stellar basketball last night. We'll come back after this timeout. We'll talk to the head coach, Jim Turgeon. That all comes your way next. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. Thunderwolves pregame show, and joining me now, head coach Jim Turgeon. And Jim, that was a very impressive win last night.
Yeah, particularly the way we played the first quarter. We were just really bad offensively, and Metro plays really good defense. They're tough-minded, and they're tough to beat. And I thought we played for last quarter and a half. I thought we played really well.
Well, when the offense is struggling, it's important for the defense not to struggle, and that didn't happen last night. You guys played hard there.
Yeah, we concentrated on defense this week, starting last Tuesday, and I thought our defense was outstanding. They helped us out a little bit. They missed a few open shots, but overall our defense was much improved last night.
Well, last night as well, when you were struggling, your star players came to the rescue and did what star players do and get you going.
Yeah, absolutely. Molly and T and Katie, they just made plays. I don't know what happened at the beginning of the game, but I think we finally started loosening up when T just fired one of her normal bad threes, and it went in. And I think that loosened us up. Okay, this is how we play, and we got going. And then, Molly's incredible inside, and then Katie just runs the show.
And Molly jacked up a three and hit. That's always a bonus.
Yeah, she can really shoot. She didn't shoot very much, but, a lot of times the other team doesn't know that, so we occasionally will run a play so she can shoot a three.
Well, his opponent tonight, UCCS, they started off the year kind of struggling, but they were without Brittany Hernandez. They're a totally different ball club with her in the lineup.
Well, they're very talented. With or without her, I think at the beginning of the year they were struggling a little bit because they had a new coach, a new system, and everything. But now they're hitting on all cylinders. If you look at the conference-only stats, they're the top at almost every stat, and particularly the offensive stats are near the top of all of them. So we definitely got our hands full trying to guard them tonight.
Well, when you look at their numbers, they're kind of a mirror image of you guys. When you get down to the brass tacks and look to compare everything, they're right with you.
Actually, we play a little bit alike. We've both do a lot of 4-out, 1-in. Both like to take it inside, and we're able to hit we haven't been in the three lately, but they can shoot the three, and we play a lot alike, so that doesn't surprise me.
Well, I would think tonight you can't afford to have an offensive start tonight like you had last night. I think you got to get going earlier in this ball game so they can score it a little bit.
Absolutely. If we do that, we might be down 15 to 20 real quick because they can score so quick. But I got a feeling we're going to play better tonight. I think the offense for both teams might be a struggle, but I think it's going to come down to defense and free throws.
Well, and then Hernandez, he's a bona fide superstar in this conference. What do you do? Anything special for her? You just guard her straight up, put somebody on her, and say, hey, guard her and keep her away.
I've been debating over and over and over again, but we got a special treat for her tonight. We'll see how it works. One thing about our team, we've been able to make adjustments. If our game plan's not working, we've been able to change things in the middle of the game, and we got something in mind how we're going to guard them. If that doesn't work, we'll switch it up.
Well, conversely, in a game like this, you look to avoid foul trouble. I'm sure they're going to probably try to take it inside, probably get Molly on the bench, but anything you guard to keep that from happening.
Have her on the bench? I don't know. We just got to play smart. I think Molly can guard. Tori Fisher's probably, to me, the most improved player in the whole conference from one year to the next. But I think Molly can guard her. Molly just has to be smart, and Molly usually stays out of foul trouble. The tricky one's Hernandez, because she can play inside, she can play outside, she can move, she can pass. She's a wonderful passer too. So she's the one I'm worried we're going to get in foul trouble with.
Well, you always talk about the inside-outside game. That's really where they get going. They get it inside, then they take it outside, and they hit some threes.
Yeah, and that's what Hernandez does. She'll get the ball top of the key or elbow and drive it, and if you collapse down on her, she's strong, and she can kick it out to a shooter, and they knock it down. So we definitely got our hands full, but if we just play our defensive fundamental rules, I think we'll be okay.
All right, good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
All right, Thunderbolts head coach Jim Turgeon back to the starting lineups. Opening tip-off all comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena. Let's join Dave Miller for the starting lineups of the Thunderwolves.
Junior from Vancouver, Washington, number 32, Csu-Pueblo Anderson. A 5'8" is junior from Moreno Valley, California, number 14, Taylor Long. A 6'3" and sophomore from Greenwood Village, Colorado, number 42, Molly Rohr. A 6'1" and sophomore from Loomis Valley, California, number 33, Lauren Hine. And a 6' junior from Aurora, Colorado, number 5, Katie Cunningham. Volunteer assistant Tommy Turgeon, part-time assistant D. Arietta, assistant coach Tara Moyers, and head coach of the Thunderwolves, Jim Turgeon.
And we thank Dave Miller each and every home game here at Massari Arena, bringing you the starting lineups. Thunderwolves in their home white, blue numerals, red trim. UCCS in their road black. Black numerals with a gold outline. Our officials for tonight's ball game, Rad Carter, Steve Stewart, Chris Nemechek. Thunderwolves will move it left to right as we sit courtside here at Massari Arena. We sit on Dave Socher Press Row. Dave, if you're listening tonight or watching on the Stretch Internet feed, hope everything's going well with you. It'll be Molly Rohr to jump center against Tori Fisher. Brad Carter will put the ball in the air. And we are underway. Thunderwolves control the tap. Cunningham has it. She'll bring it across the timeline. Goes up top to Hine. They work the ball around the perimeter. Here's Long with it. Right side to Cunningham. Down low, wide open. Rohr fakes, goes up, and banks it in. They set a little screen on the opposite side of the key. Rohr fumbled it momentarily, but got it up on the glass and hit. So it's 2-0 Pack on top. So no 6.5 minutes without points tonight. Ball on the right side. Here's Gabler. Now up top to Fisher. They work the ball around the perimeter. Thunderwolves look like they're almost in a kind of a zone here. Here's a long three-pointer on the way by Jen Veal. Off the back iron and goes over the top of the backboard. Out of play. So it'll belong to the Thunderwolves. Well, Jim Turgeon said he had something special tonight. A little 2-3 zone. A little special right there. Here's Cunningham bringing it across the timeline. With the left-hand dribble, goes left side to Anderson. Anderson looks inside for Rohr, can't find her. Now she'll back off, gets it to Rohr. Rohr in the paint, goes up with the right hand, missed it, but she was fouled on the play by Tori Fisher.
Call number 11, Tori Fisher. That's her first.
So it'll send Roar to the free throw line, 81% on the year. This will be her 79th free throw of the year. She gets there more often than any other Thunderwolf. First toss up and good. She had 4 blocked shots in the game, as well as Lauren Hine had 4 as well. One more. It's good. Thunderwolves off to a fast start here. They lead it 4-0. Here come the Mountain Lions. Flanagan dribbles to the right wing. Now they come out top. Hernandez with the ball at the top of the key. Holds it there. Thunderwolves go man on this trip, it looks like. Here's a jump the ball inside. Surrounded on the play is Fisher. They whack and foul her. Foul will be on Hine. Just reached in there. They had her in the trap. But Hine went for the steal and reached in and clubbed her and got the foul call. So it'll be Jen Vigil to put it in play on the baseline. Inbounds in the corner to O'Flanagan. She holds it there. Now they go down on the block to Fisher. Turns and faces on Roar. Throws the ball way outside to Gabler into the corner. Can't get the shot off. Crossover dribble by Veal. Dribbles underneath the basket. Kicks it way outside. Chased down there by O'Flanagan. 13 on the shot clock here. Still plenty of time to work. Now Flanagan working around the perimeter. Pulls up from about 15. Missed it off the back iron. And Cunningham there for the rebound for the Thunderwolves. She'll bring it across the timeline. Races into the forecourt in front of the bench. Now on top to Roar. Left side to Tule-Su. She's open. Three-pointer on the way. It's way short. Cunningham has the rebound underneath. Gets rid of it to Tule-Su. Tule-Su with one bounce. Goes left side to Cunningham. Down low to Roar. Roar on the block. Backdoor feed to Long. Lost control of her. Regains. Kicks it outside to Cunningham. 20 on the shot clock. Now they'll restart the offense here. They're going to run the X play, they call it. So Tule-Su with the ball way outside. High post. A screen going to be set here by Hine. She uses it. Steps back. Can't get the three. Now drives into the paint. Goes up with a running right hand. Or off the back iron. No, it won't go. Hit the backboard off the glass and wouldn't come through there. Long down court feed to Beal. Beal on the left wing for the Mountain Lions. Starts a drive. Spins into the post. Lost the ball. But Hernandez has it. She'll dribble out of harm's way. Goes up top to O'Flanagan. 4-0. Thunderwolves on top. Ball on the right side to Fisher. Down on the block. Ball gets away. It's stolen by Cunningham. Cunningham now 3-on-2 break. Gets it across the timeline. Goes left side to Tule-Su. Tule-Su down the lane. Scoops it up. Missed it. Sets it short. And Hernandez the rebound. Long breakout the other way. Here we go. Gabler in from the right. Has Hine to beat. Pulls up. Missed the layup. Rebound there for Fisher. And she banks it in. Good hustle by Tori Fisher. Makes it 4-2. Thunderwolves up by 2. So Thunderwolves missed an easy one on one end. Give up an easy one on the other. Here's Hine at the top of the key. Goes left side to Anderson. Anderson on the wing. They find Roar down on the block. Backs her way into the paint. Goes up with the right hand. Left it short. And the rebound belongs to Vigil. She'll fire it ahead on the left side to O'Flanagan. Thought about the three. Steps back. Now lobs it down on the post to Fisher. Turns. Faces on Roar. Goes up and missed the layup. Rebound along underneath the basket. She'll come out of there with it. Thunderwolves want to run at every opportunity. Race it into the forecourt. Right in front of the UCCS bench. Back outside to Cunningham. Right side to Long. Down low to Roar. And she's shoved from behind. And that foul is going to be on Tori Fisher again. That'll be a quick foul number 2 on Tori Fisher. She just shoved Roar off the block. And quick substitution here as Anna Schwecke into the ball game. Redshirt freshman out of Evergreen. Went to Clear Creek High School. And Fisher out of there. Long to trigger it in. Gets it into Roar on the baseline. Can't get the shot off. Goes outside to Cunningham. Now to Tule-Su at the top of the key. Dribbles to the right wing. Into the corner to Cunningham. Down low to Roar. Roar takes it into the paint. Goes up with the left hand. Missed the banker. Rebound batted outside. Anderson has it for the Thunderwolves. They'll reset. Give it off to Long. Into the corner to Hine. Hine to Cunningham. Cunningham finds Roar again. Back to Cunningham. Three-pointer shot blocked. And here come the Mountain Lions. Back the other way. Here's Vigil. Pulls up, goes down on the block to Hernandez. Wheels, goes up with the right hand and banks it in. Brittany Hernandez ties the game up. 4-4 our score. Cunningham brings it across the timeline. Goes along on the left wing. Now to Hine. Hine comes right side to Cunningham. Cunningham holds it there into the corner to Anderson. Anderson fakes, steps back. Jumper on the way. Swish. Three-pointer by Tule-Su Anderson from the corner. Just that little jab step got the defense off her, gave her enough room to launch the high-arching three-point jumper. Down on the block, turning. Schwecke, and jump ball is the call, and it'll belong to UCCS on the alternating possession. Substitutions, Moore and Jasmine Johnson in the game. Roar and Long out. 7-4. Thunderwolves by 3. 5:34 to go here in the first quarter. Mountain Lions will inbound it underneath the basket on the baseline. Now they go right side to O'Flanagan. Backdoor feed. They find Kristen Vigil. Can't get the shot off. Goes to Hernandez. She drives it into the paint. Ball knocked away and stolen by Cunningham. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson across the timeline. Jasmine spins. Wheels. Goes up with the right hand. Good on a foul. It'll count. Jasmine Johnson wheeled in the lane. Got the ball high off the glass. Took the heavy shot. Got the basket to fall. And she'll go to the free throw line. A chance for the three-point play. Foul was called on O'Flanagan. Free throw up and good. So three-point play for Jasmine Johnson. Long in, and now Csu Anderson will get her first break of the game. 10-4, Thunderwolves by 6. Inbounds pass to Kristen Vigil. She'll bring it across the timeline over on the right side to O'Flanagan. Starts a drive, cut off. Now they go down on the block. Turning. Schwecke can't get the shot off. They whip it to Hernandez. Now down into the corner to Jen Vigil. She'll drive the baseline, dishes it back. Here's a little jumper on the way by Schwecke. Missed it. Rebound batted outside to Hernandez. Long three ball on the way. Off the back iron. No good. Long with the rebound in the paint for the Thunderwolves. She'll wheel and bring it out of there herself across the timeline. Now will dribble to the top of the key. Hands it off to Angie Moore. Right side to Cunningham. Works around the screen. Here goes Cunningham to work. Now goes outside to Long. Can't get the jumper off. Goes to Jasmine. Down on the block to Moore. Feeds it outside. Faking the three. Hine goes left side to Cunningham. She's open for three. It's on the way off the iron. No good. And the rebound to O'Flanagan. O'Flanagan will bring it across the timeline for the Mountain Lions. Dribbles to the left wing. They go down on the block to Schwecke. Hands the ball off. They go outside. Three-pointer on the way by Jen Vigil. It's good. Quick fire jumper there by Jen Vigil. Cuts the lead in half. It's 10-7. Thunderwolves by 3. Here's Cunningham. Up top to Hine. Left side to Long. Long gives it to Johnson. Johnson starts a drive. She walked with the ball. And we have our first time out of the ball game. Good start to this game. Thunderwolves lead at 10-7. Listening to Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. 10-7. Thunderwolves on top. Early shooting stats. Thunderwolves 30%, 3 of 10. UCCS 3 of 9. Each team has hit a three-pointer. Thunderwolves have the lead on the basis of their 3 free throws. Thunderwolves have turned it over once, UCCS twice here in the early going. UCCS slight edge on the board, 7-5. The Mountain Lion ball here. They'll trigger it in the backcourt. Hernandez gets it into O'Flanagan. Sophomore out of Louisville, went to Monarch High School. On the left side, here's Vigil. This is Kristen Vigil with it. Now back to O'Flanagan to Kristen. Down on the block to Hernandez. Comes back outside. They keep the ball hot around the perimeter. Up top now to Jen Vigil. She drives to the free line. Spins into the paint. Running right hand shot. Wild flip, and it's up and in. Wow. 10-9. Thunderwolves by 1. Ball on the right side. Into the corner to Beagley, who's into the game. Lob it down on the block to Moore. She backs her way into the paint. Goes up with the left hand. Missed it. And the rebound to Hernandez. Hernandez will dribble it out of there herself. That's what makes her so tough. She can do it all. She just drives it right down the lane. Missed it. Rebound loose in the lane. It belongs to UCCS. Long three on the way. It's good. This one hit by Kristen Vigil. So Mountain Lions with their first lead of the game. They lead at 12-10. They're on an 8-0 run right now. Here's Long. Goes up top to Johnson. Johnson goes right side to Cunningham. Cunningham holds it, lobs it down on the block to Moore, turns, faces, comes outside to Long. She'll drive it to the free throw line, stops and pops from 15. Missed it, it won't go. Rebound batted out of bounds, last touch by Angie Moore. The ball goes over to Mountain Lions, trying to increase on this 8-0 run right now. Has got them their first lead of the game. This is O'Flanagan bringing it across the timeline. Goes up top to Hernandez. She'll start a drive. Cut off. Goes out on the wing. Now they come way outside. That's Jen Vigil. Hands it off to O'Flanagan. O'Flanagan, nifty dribbling, drives the baseline, and she's going to be fouled on the play by Jasmine Johnson. Jasmine doesn't like the call, but like a pretty good call to me. She was bumping her the whole way, hindering her progress to the hoop. Csu back in the game, and Cunningham comes out. Jen Vigil to trigger it in, gets it to O'Flanagan. O'Flanagan looks down on the block, gets it in there to Schwecke, turns, comes outside to Hernandez. Hernandez, a little ball fake, crossover dribble, stops in the lane, goes to the baseline. A little jumper on the way by Schwecke is good. There's the assist to Hernandez. That's what makes her so dangerous. 10 in a row by the Mountain Lions. They lead at 14-10. 2:20 to go here in the first quarter. Long goes left side to Csu-Pueblo. Now up top to Moore. Moore comes right side to Long. Long up top to Csu-Pueblo. Thought about the three. Won't take it. Dribbles to the wing, spins to the baseline, cut off, comes outside to Jasmine Johnson, inside to Moore, turns and face from the free throw line, off the back iron, no good. Nobody there for the rebound for the Thunderwolves. Schwecke has it. Gets the outlet pass. Here they fired ahead on the left side. O'Flanagan into the corner, open for the three, won't take it. Jen Behill lost it, and the ball stolen away by Long. Long now will race it across the timeline for the Thunderwolves. Onto the wing, into the corner to Johnson. Fakes, now drives into the paint, goes up, running left-hander, up and in. Jasmine Johnson. Makes it 14-12. Johnson with 5 here in the first quarter. Lob it inside, bad pass. They were trying to get it to Schwecke down inside, and Jen Beal sent the pass sailing off the basket support. Hine and Rohr back in there for the Thunderwolves. Inbounds pass to Taylor Long. She'll bring it across the timeline. Cunningham getting her first break of the game here at this point. Here's Csu-Pueblo on the left wing. Holds it there, finding Rohr. Nope, now they get it to her down on the block. Comes outside to Hine, fakes the three-pointer, drives into the paint, kicks it outside to Anderson. Anderson now to Hine. Holds it, goes right side to Long. Long now to Anderson. Anderson, a little crossover move. Steps back, little 10-footer up off the front iron. No good. Hernandez with the rebound. It's the outlet pass ahead. Here comes O'Flanagan into the paint, kicks it outside. Long three ball by Jen V, away off the mark. Long rebound, goes out of bounds. It belonged to the Thunderwolves. Thunderwolves make some substitutions. The brother of one Jed Knaufel, the assistant coach for the men's team. Well, his sister is Jenna Knaufel. She's into the ball game now for the Mountain Lions. Here's Long at the top of the key. Dribbles to the right wing. Goes up top to Hine. Hine fakes the three. Now goes left side to Johnson. Johnson comes cross court now to Long. Down low to Rohr in the paint. Wheels, tries to go backdoor to Johnson. Scoops it up, missed the layup. And the rebound to Knaufel. She'll bring it across the timeline. She's not shy. She takes it right to the hole and lays it in. Jenna Knaufel makes it 16-12. Thunderwolves down by 4. Last shot time perhaps here for the Thunderwolves. The shot clock is off.
Hey, watch the shooter!
And they give it to Johnson. Down to 15 to go here in the quarter. Looks like they'll let Jasmine go one-on-one here. Uses the high screen. Bumped, and the foul going to be called here on Uccs. Foul will be on Knaufel. And that'll put the Thunderwolves. Nope, that's only the 14th foul? Only the 4th. Yep, just the 4th. 9 seconds to go. Inbounds pass comes to Long. Right side to Csu-Pueblo. She starts to drive, steps back, pops the three. On the way, left it short. Follows her own shot. In the corner, shot on the way, left it short. Rebound to Hine at the buzzer. It counts. Lauren Hine got the rebound and flipped it up in there. Reached the end of one. 16-14. UCCS on top by 2. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena. Referees delaying play here as they want to take a look at this last one. It's like Joe Serby and I were talking about. We thought that's what that big red light on the backboard was for. They're still discussing it, whether they had troubles with the replay system last night, but it looks like they've got it here. They've got it on the screen. Down the way here. Trying to get a look at it. It's a little far away. I don't have my binoculars to stare in on the screen. Yeah, that's what we knew all along. It counts. Our officials tonight, Rad Carter, Steve Stewart, Chris Nemechek. Well, Thunderwolves, no stranger to being behind after one quarter of play this year. They're 6-0 on the year when trailing after one. Of course, being 16-0, you know they haven't lost any game, no matter what scenario there is. Thunderwolves not shooting very well here. 26% in the first quarter. UCCS at 47%. UCCS out rebounding the Thunderwolves as well here. Thunderwolves get the ball first to start the quarter. Got their starting lineup back out there. Here's Rohr, right side to Cunningham. Cunningham holds it, goes up top to Anderson. Anderson, one bounce, goes left side to Long, now down to Rohr. Rohr backs her way, wheels with the left hand and banks it in. Nice move there by Molly Rohr. She has 6. That ties the game up at 16 apiece. Ball on the right side. They lob it way down inside. Turnaround, left hand hook, no good. Nobody there for the rebound for the Thunderwolves as Tule-Su got caught just standing around on the wing. Here is Vigil driving into the paint. That's going to be a foul on the Thunderwolves. And the foul is on Taylor Long. Her first team foul, of course, of the quarter. The team fouls reset, if you're not familiar with that, with NCAA women's basketball. Ball up top, Hernandez with it. Picked up there by Hines. She starts a drive on Lauren. Kicks it out right side. Long 3 ball on the way by Veal. No good. And the rebound to Cunningham. That was Kristen Veal on the 3-point attempt. Here's Long on the right wing. Races to the baseline. Has the ball knocked away from behind. It comes right into the hands of Kristen Veal. 3-on-2 break the other way. Hands it off to Jen Veal. Pulls up 15-footer on the way. Swish. Jen Veal shows off the mid-range game. Makes it 18-16. 2-point lead for the Mountain Lions. Left side, Tule-Su with it. Lobs it inside to Rohr, backs her way into the paint, goes up with the right hand and banks it in again. Molly Rohr with 8, ties the game up at 18 apiece. Back the other way, it's Knaufel across the timeline. Onto the right side to Vigil, lobs it way up top now to Schwecke. Now to Knaufel onto the left side. This is Jen Vigil. Gets it to Hernandez, backs up to the 3-point line. Jab step, won't take it, goes to Knaufel, right side to Vigil, down on the block. Now they come outside, they whip it around the perimeter. Here's a long 3-pointer on the way by Knaufel. Swish. Jenna Knaufel, she can do that to you. 21-18. 3-point lead for the Mountain Lions. Knaufel only averages 4.5 points a game. She has 5 in this one. Here is Rohr on the block, goes up, shot block, foul. No, they call traveling on Rohr. Beg your pardon.
Hey, fans, I have the winner of our first raffle for the high school night. You can come over here to see me if you are Addison Scott. Addison Scott, if you're here, come to the scores table and get yours.
So 21-18, UCCS with the ball and the lead. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Hernandez. Way up top, they work the ball around the perimeter, onto the left wing. Here's a drive by Kristen Vigil. Gives it up top. Basil Flanagan stops, won't take the 3, goes Hernandez. She fakes, steps back, will take the 3. It's on the way, way off the mark. Hine with a rebound. Gets rid of it to Cunningham. Cunningham will bring it across the timeline. She'll dribble to the right wing, hands it off to Long. Now Long will dribble to the top of the key. Down the lane she goes, dishes off to Rohr outside Tule-Su. Long 3-pointer on the way. Swish! Tule-Su, her second triple of the game, ties the game up at 21 apiece. Here's Knaufel on the left wing for the Mountain Lions. Gives it off to Hernandez. She starts the drive, goes in on Hine, right-hander up. No, but she drew the foul. Lauren Hine on the call, bumped her on the way by. The always dangerous Brittany Hernandez. She'll take it from the top of the key, is not afraid. Put the ball on the deck and take it to the hole. Free throw on the way, in and out, no good. Normally reliable from the free throw line, 85% on the year. 46 out of 54 before that miss. Mountain Lions of the team, they shoot at 73%. Second toss, she missed them both. Rebound gets loose. Free throw was so bad it was good. And here's a little cross-court feed. UCCS with the ball out top. Now they go Hernandez. It looks like she walked with it. Yes, indeed. Right out in front of us. Shuffled the feet. So Thunderbolts a chance to get the lead back here. Led by as many as 6 in this game when it was 10-4. That's when the Mountain Lions, though, ran off 10 in a row. Here's Cunningham with it at the top of the key. Goes right side to Rohr. Rohr thought about the 3. Gives it off to Anderson. Tule-Su on the wing. Holds it there. Goes out top to Long. Right side to Anderson. Hine is posting up down low. They won't get it to her. Now they find her in the paint, goes up with the right hand, left it way short. A little hesitant on that move. Back the other way come the Mountain Lions. Look at Knaufel weaving her way. Had the ball knocked away and stolen by the Thunderwolves. Here comes Cunningham with it. She'll bring it across the timeline. A little reach in there, no call. Cunningham on the right wing. Goes down low to Hine, and there's a foul on the Mountain Lions. And the foul will be on. It's on Gabler. That's her first. Beagley checks in, and Hine will come out. Thunderwolves are triggered in on the far baseline. Down to our right. If you're watching on the Stretch internet feed. Inbounds pass to Roar. Bad pass, and it's stolen away by the Mountain Lions. Here's Kristen Vigil. Angles out to the right wing. Thought about the three. Now it's covered up. Now throws the ball away, but it lands right into the hands of Gabler. She just happened to be in the area. She'll start a drive and goes up on the baseline, left away short, and Beagley with a rebound. Outlet pass to Cunningham. Cunningham looking ahead, but can't find anybody. Will dribble into the forecourt, hands it off to Beagley. Beagley a couple bounces, gives it off to Long. Long at the top of the key, goes right side to Tule Sioux. Looking for Beagley, and now she'll launch the three-pointer instead. In and out, no good. And the rebound to O'Flanagan on the baseline. Fires it ahead onto the baseline. Driving in, cut off. Now they go outside. This is Gabler with it. Trying to get it down on the block. Can't find anybody. Goes up top now to Vigil. Kristen Vigil with it. Goes right side. Long three-pointer by Jen Vigil. Banks it in. The bank is open. 24-21. Here's Tule Sioux quickly back the other way. Baseline flip up and in. Tule Sioux with 8. Instant offense for the Thunderwolves there. 24-23. 1 point lead for the Thunderwolves. Step back, faking the three, hand it off. Knaufel down on the block. Here is Schwecke, turns, faces, hands the ball off. Got to be 3 seconds sooner or later. They come outside instead. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Roar can't handle the rebound. Picked up there by Kristen Vigil. Gives it off to Knaufel. Now back to Kristen onto the left side. They're trying to go down on the block. They get it there to Schwecke, and she is surrounded. And the foul going to be on the Thunderwolves. Officials talking it over just who the foul is going to be on. Thunderwolves probably hope it isn't Roar, but yep, and it isn't Roar. Foul's on Taylor Long, but that is her second. Now into the game for the first time tonight is Katie Jones. Katie going with a little different hairstyle. I got the ponytail going tonight. Maybe that'll help her game out. We'll see. She's been playing better of late. Getting more and more meaningful minutes. Here's Knaufel. Onto the right side to Jen Vigil. Back to Knaufel. Knaufel starts a drive. Kicks it outside. This is Jen Vigil. Offensive foul. It's an illegal screen on Knaufel. That's her second. Moore comes in. Roar will come out. Jasmine Johnson in the game now as well for the Thunderwolves. Another quick substitution here. It's going to be Chelsea Pearson coming in for Knaufel for the Mountain Lions. 24-23. UCCS with the 1 point lead. Inbounds pass to Cunningham. She'll bring it across the timeline for the Pack. At the top of the key. Lobs it to Moore at the high post. Back to Cunningham. Was open, wouldn't take it. Gives it off to Johnson. She will take it on the way and missed it. Long rebound. Jones has it. Hands it off. Jasmine Johnson will drive the baseline. Spins on the baseline. Hands it off to Jones. Fakes. Drives into the paint. Can't get the shot off. Goes to Jasmine Johnson. Up top to Beagley. Beagley fakes. Drives in. Kicks it in the corner. Cunningham fakes. She'll drive the baseline. Goes underneath the basket. Dishes off to Jones. Banks it up and in. Beautiful pass from Cunningham. And Jones fires it in there. Thunderwolves on top. 25-24. O'Flanagan with it. Back in a hurry for UCCS. Thunderwolves back in good shape. They go down on the block. Now return feed. They kick it around the perimeter here. Onto the left wing. Get the ball there. Gabler. Now outside to Pearson. Back to Gabler. She'll drive the baseline on Beagley. Offensive foul. As good job by Beagley moving her feet there. She might have been moving on the play, but she squared up pretty good. And creating all the contact there was Gabler. She lowered the shoulder. Timeout on the court. 4:03 to go here in the first half. Thunderwolves lead at 25-24. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports.
Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. An iHeartRadio station. Online at foxsportspueblo.com and on your phone with your iHeartRadio app. KCCY Pueblo.
25-24 our score. Thunderwolves on top. Thunderwolves shooting at 37%. UCCS 44% right now. Each team has 10 field goals. UCCS with 4 3-pointers. Thunderwolves with only 2, but the Thunderwolves have 3 free throws in the game. Make up the difference there. 18-12 rebounding advantage right now for UCCS. 4 turnovers for the Thunderwolves. UCCS has turned the ball over 8 times. Here's Cunningham at the top of the key. Goes left side to Johnson. Johnson holds it there, waiting for traffic to clear underneath. Comes outside to Moore. Moore right side to Cunningham. Cunningham fakes, goes into the corner. This is Jones outside to Cunningham. Cunningham now will back out to their 10 on the shot clock. Give it off to Jasmine Johnson. She'll start a drive around the screen, steps back, launches the long three-pointer swish. That was an absolute terrible possession for the Thunderwolves, but when they changed the play with 10 to go, it all turned up roses. Here's a nice backdoor feed in. Shot blocked from behind. Rebound, though, to the UCCS Mountain Lions, and Mia Carter on the second attempt gets it in there. 28-26, Thunderwolves by 2. Here's Johnson. Up top to Jones. Goes left side to Beagley. Beagley holds it there. Goes down on the block to Moore. Hands it off to Beagley. Down the lane she goes. Scoops it. And a shot sent out of there by Brittany Hernandez. Sent that shot packing. Now Tule-Su Anderson going to race back into the game here for the Thunderwolves. And they're going to bring Katie Jones out of the game. The Thunderwolves run their stack play on the inbounds all along the right side of the key here. Jasmine Johnson to trigger it in.
In the motion one. Go, slip it.
Inbounds to Tule-Su on the baseline. She'll drive into the paint. Kicks it outside to Johnson. Fakes the three. 10 on the shot clock. Right side to Cunningham. Look down low for Moore on the block. Backs her way into the paint. Hands it off to Beagley. Beagley fakes. Drives to the baseline. Outside to Moore. 2 on the shot clock. And Moore gets it off as the shot clock expires. Hit the iron. And the Thunderwolves get the rebound. Johnson outside to Tule-Su. So another what was not a very good possession. Chance for the Thunderwolves to salvage it right here. With 2:35 to go in the second quarter. Here's Johnson. Stops and pops from the free throw line and gets the soft touch. Jasmine Johnson, the beneficiary. 30-26. Thunderwolves by 4. Quickly back the other way. Here's Genville. Kicks it outside. Hernandez drives in, pulls up. Free throw line jumper. Missed it badly. Rebound comes on the block to Cunningham. Cunningham now fires it ahead to Tule-Su on the left wing. On the fly. In the paint. Goes up. Dishes off to Beagley. Beagley surrounded. In trouble and then loses it out of bounds. But last touched by the Mountain Lions.
Hey, stack two. Hey, no, man. All right.
So Thunderwolves with 20 on the shot clock. It'll be Beagley to trigger it in on the baseline. Goes way outside to Cunningham. Cunningham gets it to Beagley in the block. Can't get the shot off. Goes now to Moore. Moore now backs her way into the paint. Goes up with the left hand. Hook up and in. Angie Moore gives the Thunderwolves match their biggest lead of the game. They're up by 6. They led 10-4 early on in this game. Here's a feed down on the block to Bennett. Now to Hernandez. She walked with the ball. That's the second time Brittany Hernandez is guilty of a walk. Shuffling the feet before putting the ball on the deck. Rohr checks back in. Beagley out.
Power.
Thunderwolves by 6 here with 1:51 to go in the second quarter. Inbounds to Cunningham. She'll bring it across the timeline. Dribbles to the top of the key. Hands it off to Tule-Su on the wing. Jab step there by Tule-Su. Gives it to Rohr on the block outside. Moore's open. Three-pointer on the way. Got it! Angie Moore from way downtown. And the Thunderwolves are up by 9, 35-26. Mountain Lions in their first bit of adversity in the game here. Here's Hernandez driving a shot blocked by Rohr, and they call a foul on Rohr. Obviously doesn't know who the RMAC Defensive Player of the Year was a year ago. Here's Hernandez at the free throw line. On the way, swish. So Hernandez missed 2 free throws earlier in the game. So one more for Hernandez. She'll have one more. On the way, in and out, no good. Rebound to Rohr. Gets rid of it to Cunningham. 35-27. Thunderwolves lead it by 8. Up top to Rohr. Rohr goes right side to Johnson. Lobs it down to Moore. Blocked from behind. Ball comes into the corner. Moore chases it down. Outside to Cunningham. Down to 1:05 to go here in the half. 11 on the shot clock for the Thunderwolves. Get it into the hands of Jasmine Johnson. Let her go to work. Uses a high screen. They switch out on it. Spins into the paint. Goes up. Scoop shot. Left it short, but she drew the foul. Jasmine Johnson. She is so crafty. And she'll go to the line to shoot a pair. The foul called on O'Flanagan, her second. So free throw on the way. Swish. Johnson with 11. 36-27. Second toss up and good. Johnson with 12. 37-27. Thunderwolves by 10. And the ball outside to O'Flanagan. Dribbles to the wing. A little crossover dribble here. Now kicks it way outside. They work the ball around the perimeter to Jen Vigil. She starts to drive, spins into the paint, kicks it outside to Hernandez. She's going to jack up a 3-ball. Short. And the rebound to Tule-Su. She wants to run on the fly across the timeline. Angles to the left wing here. Thunderbolts could go 2 for 1 if they hustle. Moore steps in. Now goes right side to Johnson. Now they should set up. Johnson to the free throw line. Outside. Right wing to Cunningham. Now to Rohr. Rohr bounces inside. Turn around in the lane. Up and short. Rebound loose on the baseline to Vigil. Vigil fires it ahead to Hernandez. Hernandez on the left wing for the Mountain Lions. Now they'll settle back and go for the last shot of the half. Down to 10 seconds to go. Left side to Hernandez. Up top to Vigil. This is Jen driving into the paint. Goes up. A little right-hand scoop. Missed it this time. Ball batted outside. Tule-Su has it. Then she loses it. 1 second to go. Hernandez at the buzzer. It'll count if it goes. But it's off the backboard. No good. Great second quarter for the Thunderwolves. They put up 23. Only 11 for the Mountain Lions, and the Thunderwolves take a 10-point lead in the locker room. It's the Thunderwolves 37, Mountain Lions 27. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderwolves lead at 37-27 at the halftime break. Quick recap of the first half. Thunderwolves had a 10-4 lead early on, but that's when the Mountain Lions scored 10 in a row to lead at 14-10. That was their biggest lead of the first half. They matched on a couple of occasions. Thunderwolves then able to tie it early on in the second quarter. The game was last lead for UCCS was at 24-21, but from there the Thunderwolves go on a 16-3 run to close out the first half, and they lead it by 10 at the break, 37-27. Jasmine Johnson with 12 points off the bench to lead the way. Rohr has 8. Tule-Su Anderson with 8 for the Mountain Lions. Jenna Knaufel on the bench with 8. Jenna Vigil has 7. Thunderwolves on top, 37-27. More of our halftime coming your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderwolves on top, 37-27 at the halftime break. Thunderwolves led by Jasmine Johnson off the bench, 4 of 6 from the field, including a 3-pointer, 3 of 3 from the free throw line to give her 12. Molly Rohr, 3 field goals, 2 of 2 from the free throw line for 8. Tule-Su Anderson, 3 field goals in the first half, 2 of them 3-pointers. She also has 8. Angie Moore off the bench, a couple field goals, including a 3. She has 5. Katie Jones, a field goal for 2. Lauren Hine, a field goal for 2. Thunderwolves 14 of 34 from the field as they warmed up as the game went along. They only shot 26% in the first quarter. They shot it at 60% in the second quarter, so for the game now they're up to 41.2%. 4 for 11 from downtown, that's 36%. They are 5 of 5 from the free throw line. UCCS in the first half, they are led by Jenna Knaufel, the younger sister of one, Jed Knaufel. 3 field goals, 2 of them 3-pointers. She has 8. Jen Vigil, 3 field goals, 1 of them 3-pointers. She has 7. After that, Brittany Hernandez, only 1 of 6 from the field. She has 3. Kristen Vigil, a field goal for 3. It was a 3-pointer. Carter and Schwecke with 2 points each off the bench, as well as Tori Fisher, who was saddled with foul trouble. Only played 3 minutes in the first half. She has 2. 11 for 28 for the Mountain Lions. That's 39%. 4 of 11 shooting threes. That's 36%. They were 1 of 4 from the free throw line. 25%. Mountain Lions out rebounding the Thunderwolves 20-18 at this point in the game. Hernandez and O'Flanagan with 3 apiece to lead the way. Schwecke off the bench actually has 5 to lead the team. Thunderwolves leading rebounder as she is most often. Katie Cunningham with 4, as well as Tule-Su Anderson with 4 rebounds. Lauren Hine and Long with 2. Thunderwolves credited with 4 assists on their 14 made baskets. Rohr and Cunningham with 2 each. 6 assists for the Mountain Lions. Hernandez and Vigil with 2 apiece to lead the way there. Thunderwolves turned it over 5 times. Mountain Lions 9. Thunderwolves had 2 block shots. Mountain Lions had 2 block shots. Thunderwolves with 4 steals. 3 steals for UCCS. Biggest lead in the first half is where we're at right now for the Thunderwolves, leading it by 10. Biggest lead in the game for UCCS was 4 when they led it at 14 again, and again at 16-12. Game was tied on 4 different occasions. We had 2 lead changes in the first half. Halftime score, Thunderwolves lead at 37-27. Back to the second half right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderwolves on top, 37-27. Let's see what happened in the football game today. It's a final. Atlanta defeated Seattle 36-20. And later on tonight, looks like it's already started, Houston and New England. And that one there. So kind of keep tabs on that one as the night goes on. Avalanche lost today 3-2. Watched a little bit of that game. Very depressing to be an Avs fan this year, that's for darn sure. Wait for the draft. Here we go. Get set to go. Thunderwolves take the court. UCCS will get the ball first to start the second half. They'll move it left to right as we look at it courtside here from Dave Socher Press Row. Slight delay here. Are we waiting for one of our officials, perhaps? Nope. No, they're all out there. I guess Rad Carter just wants to make sure everybody is ready. Gets the go-ahead, and we're underway for the second half. Inbounds pass to O'Flanagan. Over to the top of the key. Angles to the right wing. Right in front of the UCCS bench. Gives it off. Now to the left wing. Up top. Here's Fisher from downtown. Missed it. Rebound to Hine in the lane. Outlet pass to Cunningham. Ahead to Long. Long now races to the baseline. Cut off there. Now she'll angle out to the wing. Dribbles to the top of the key now. To the free throw line. Outside to Cunningham. Thought about the three. Goes outside to Hine. Thought about the three. Goes right side to Long. She moves in. Dribbles around her defender. Goes up with a scoop shot. No good. Hine battling for the rebound. Can't get it. Hernandez outfights her for the ball. Outlet pass to O'Flanagan. She'll bring it across the timeline. Dribbles to the right wing. Cut off there by Tule-Su. They lob it down on the block to Fisher. Turns, faces. She's double teamed. Kicks it way outside into the corner. Open jumper on the way. It's short. Long rebound belongs to O'Flanagan. Now to Hernandez. Steps into a three-ball switch. Hernandez from downtown. That's her first three-pointer of the game. She has 6 in the game. Ball knocked away across the way as they tried to get it to Tule-Su on the wing. 37-30 our score. Pack lead it by 3. 9:02 to go here in the third quarter. It'll be Long to trigger it in across the way. Gets it in to Cunningham. 80 with the right hand dribble. Now comes over left side to Tule-Su. They got Rohr on the block. Can't get it to her. They go to Hine instead. Right side to Cunningham. Thought about the three. Won't take it. Gets it to Tule-Su. Tule-Su probing. Goes to Hine down on the block. Fakes. Goes up and missed it. Got her own rebound. Kicks it outside to Tule-Su. Now to Rohr. Right side to Long. She was open for three. Wouldn't take it. Then walked to the ball. She's got to shoot that three-pointer right there, you would think. Right there on the wing. Perhaps worried it was going to get blocked and shuffled the feet trying to make the move into the paint. So inbounds pass to O'Flanagan here. UCCS trying to get a quick start to this quarter, make it a ball game right away. Hand the ball off outside and up top to Hernandez. On to the right side to Gabler. Gabler holds it there. Now jumps it down to the block. Hernandez reached in. They could have called a foul there. She wheels, goes on the baseline. Going to be a blocking foul on the Thunderwolves. Probably on Lauren Hine, and that'll be foul number 3 on Hine. Now decision time for Jim Turgeon. He leaves Hine in for the moment. Inbounds pass to O'Flanagan. They go back door to the baseline. Ball gets away, and it's thrown away to belong to the Thunderwolves. They tried to get Gabler streaking to the hoop there, but the pass had too much heat on it, and she lost it and tried to save it and fired it into the bleachers across the way. Hine is out. They bring Beagley in now for the Thunderwolves. Inbounds pass to Cunningham. Goes on the left side. Tule-Su, oh, nice crossover move. In from the left layup. Good. Tule-Su Anderson with 10. 39-32. Quickly back the other way. It's Gabler right in front of the UCCS bench. Goes down low to Hernandez. Triple team, quadruple team. Comes outside. O'Flanagan for 3. Missed it, but they get the long rebound to Fisher. Outside. Moving in with it is Gabler. Holds up, skips it cross court, almost threw it away. It's chased down there by Hernandez. She'll start a drive on Beagley. Into the paint, goes up with the running right-hander. Missed it. On the backside, Long has the rebound for the Thunderwolves. Brings it across the timeline. Numbers are not there, though. Long now dribbles to the left wing. Goes out top to Beagley. Beagley right side to Cunningham. Cunningham dribbles around a screen. Now at the top of the key, goes right side to Csu-Pueblo. Holds it there. Now down low to Roar on the block. Goes back door to Cunningham. Lost it. Now dribbles out of the paint. Comes out to the left wing. 10 on the shot clock. Lob it down inside to Roar. Backs her way in. Goes up with the right hand. Hook up and in. Molly Roar with 10. 41-30. Thunderwolves' biggest lead of the game. They lead it by 11. Quickly back the other way. Fisher on the block. Wheels on Roar. Goes up with the left hand. Missed it. Roar with the rebound. Outlet pass to Long. Long across the timeline. 3-on-3 break. But they get back in time. Now they lob it wide open. Beagley underneath, and she banks it in. Mountain Lions fell to sleep there. 43-30. Thunderwolves by 13. Now on top to O'Flanagan. O'Flanagan, a little jab step, gives it to Fisher, turns, faces, hands it off left side to Gabler. Now to Hernandez, starts to try, plows in. Offensive foul on Hernandez. You know, I think Beagley might have been moving there, but Hernandez lowered the shoulder and not happy with the call. And frankly, if I was an offensive player, I wouldn't like the call either, but know your geography. Inbounds pass to Cunningham. Sometimes geography works for you. Let it be your friend. Here's Cunningham bringing it across the timeline. Thunderwolves can increase on their biggest lead of the game right here. Csu-Pueblo on the right wing. Little jab step into the paint and is tied up by Hernandez. And Hernandez ripped it away from her. She'll bring it across the timeline. Goes right down the lane on Beagley. This time it'll be a blocking foul on Beagley. Hernandez is ticked off, to say the least. So first foul on Beagley. Not a bad foul to take there. You prevent the easy deuce. Only the second team foul. Ball inbounded on the left side to Vigil. This is Jen Vigil with it. Her sister Kristen will come into the game. She's in there right now on the right wing, up top. Down low to Fisher. In the paint, ball deflected by Cunningham, but it comes right to Kristen. Now to Jen on the left wing. They go down the block to Fisher. Turns, faces, kicks it way outside to Kristen Vigil. Into the corner. Three-pointer by O'Flanagan is off the back iron, no good. Long lost the rebound out of bounds. It'll belong to the Mountain Lions. Fresh shot clock with 5:58 to go here in the third quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 43-30. Inbounds pass to O'Flanagan. Lobs it down inside. Turning. Can't get the shot off. Comes outside. Here's a three-pointer on the way. Short. Molly Roar has the rebound. She ripped it away from Tori Fisher. Outlet pass to Cunningham. Brings it across the timeline. Trailer is Roar at the top of the key, left side to Anderson. She'll dribble around a screen. Not much of a screen, though. Csu-Pueblo lost it, now regains it. Hands it off to Cunningham. Cunningham goes to Roar. Left side to Csu-Pueblo. Up top to Cunningham. 10 on the shot clock. Cunningham with a right-hand dribble. Gives it off to Long. Time to go to work. Hit it to Csu-Pueblo. Jab step. Dribble. Steps back. Launches the three ball. On the way. Short. Beagley tried to get the rebound. Lost it out of bounds. Last touch by Beagley. That was a superstar call there. Hernandez got the call. I thought that was last touch by Brittany, but she deserves a break after getting that charge call on her earlier. Johnson into the game. Long will come out. Jasmine had 12 points in the first half. Inbounds pass to O'Flanagan. She calls out play number 5. Brings it across the timeline. Goes to Hernandez. Now left side to Fisher. She's going to jack up a three ball way off the mark. Long rebound and nobody blocking out. Here comes Hernandez. Missed it. Jasmine Johnson gets the rebound. She wheels. Fires it ahead to Cunningham across the timeline. Races to the right wing. Cut off there. Now dribbles around a screen. Keeps the dribble alive. Goes right side to Csu-Pueblo. Down low to Roar. Double teamed outside. Beagley thought about the jumper. Won't take it. Goes into the corner to Cunningham. Drives the baseline. Now feeds it off to Johnson. Johnson to the baseline. Bad pass, but Cunningham somehow retrieves it. 8 on the shot clock to Csu-Pueblo. She'll go to work. Dribbles around a screen. Steps back. Three-pointer on the way. Off the back iron. Long rebound. Comes outside. And Csu-Pueblo chases it down. Thunderbolts will reset. 4.5 to go here in the quarter. We'll get a timeout on our next whistle. Jasmine Johnson can go one-on-one here. And that'll be a foul on Jen Vigil. And there is the media timeout. 4:25 to go, third quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 43-30. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. 43-30, Thunderwolves on top. 42% clip they're shooting at it. UCCS is at 32%. 11 turnovers tonight for the Mountain Lions. Thunderwolves have turned it over 7 times. Jasmine Johnson to trigger it in. And as usual, Radcart a little slow getting out there. Now he trots out there across the way. Now we're ready to go. Fresh shot clock, of course, coming after the foul call. Johnson on the left wing, dribbles around a Roar screen. Backs out of there, goes up top to Tule-Sioux on the right side to Cunningham. Thunderwolves look to be in a little bit of confusion here on what they want to run offensively. Now they go to Anderson. Now to Johnson, back to Tule-Sioux, lost it, and it's stolen away. Back the other way, here comes Jen Beal. Shot block foul on Tule-Sioux Anderson. Not the kind of action you want after a timeout for the Thunderwolves. Only the first foul of the game on Tule-Sioux. To the free throw line will be Jen Behill, 86% on the year. Doesn't get there often. 19 of 22 from the stripe. 7 points in the game. First toss up and in. One more, looks short, but he gets in there. Great rotation. 43-32, Thunderwolves by 11. A little half-court pressure here by UCCS. Thunderwolves break it. Out top to Cunningham. Actually, a little three-quarter court pressure. It wasn't half-court. Down low on the block to Roar. Whacked at by Hernandez. Wheels on her with the left hand and banks it in. Molly Roar says, take that. 45-32, Thunderwolves by 13. Here's Hernandez. Gives it off to O'Flanagan. Thought about the three. Dribbles to the left wing. Now will launch from way outside. Missed it off the backside. Cunningham takes the rebound. Here she brings it across time. It fires it to Jasmine underneath the hoop. Can't get the shot off into the corner to Tule-Sioux. Now they wheel it around the perimeter. Beagley down low to Roar. She's hot. Goes up with the left-hand shot. Block foul, and that's number 3 on Tori Pitcher. That's what makes Roar so tough. She's equally as good with the left hand as she is with the right. Makes it tough to defend her. And she's at the line. Has hit 2 in the game. 81% on the year. Free throw on the way. Rattles it in. Schwecke checks in. And Fisher out. One more for the sophomore out of Greenwood Village, Colorado. Went to Cherry Creek High School. On the way, swish. 14 for Roar. Biggest lead of the game for the Thunderwolves. They're up 15, 47-32, and Roar comes out of the game, and they bring Angie Moore in. Thunderwolves do not lose a whole heck of a lot when they bring Moore in the game. Out top to Hernandez, left side to Vigil. Vigil dribbles around the screen. Now she goes to the baseline, cut off, gives it to Hernandez. She's going to launch a 3-ball. It's in and out, no good. Johnson with a rebound. And then she's fouled in the backcourt. And it will be on the Mountain Lions. On Jen Vigil. Tule-Sioux out, Taylor Long back in. Inbounds pass to Cunningham. Cunningham now will bring it across the timeline for the Thunderwolves. To the top of the key, hands it off to Johnson. Now to Long. Cross court, right side, Johnson's. Thought about the 3, goes to Cunningham. Back to Jasmine. Looking for Beagley, can't find her. They skip it way outside to Long. Now left side to Cunningham. Cunningham, a couple bounces, 10 on the shot clock, time to go to work. Right side to Long. Long holds it there. Now skips it over to Cunningham. She's open. 3-ball on the way. Just off the mark. And the rebound. Hernandez on the baseline. Hands it off. Back the other way is Kristen Vigil. She dribbles in on the wing. Cut off there. Goes outside to O'Flanagan. Down on the block. Backing her way in. Shot on the way. Missed it. Rebound loose. Cunningham has it for the Thunderwolves. Off the miss by Schwecke. Here's Johnson on the left wing. Cut off. All threw it into the backcourt as Katie Cunningham wasn't aware it's going to be there. So a turnover right back to the Mountain Lions. Knoffel into the game, and it'll be O'Flanagan coming out of there. Well, Knoffel had a good stint in the first half, scored 8 points, hit a couple of 3-pointers. Mountain Lions get back in this game. They're going to have to hit some threes, you get the feeling. Here's Hernandez way outside to Knoffel. She'll drive to the baseline. Cut off. Now starts and goes with a right-hand hook. Missed it. Rebound to Jasmine Johnson. She'll bring it across the timeline. Thunderwolves need to keep the pressure on here. Just make this a laugher right away is what they want to do. On the left side, no time to relax. Into the corner to Beagley. Beagley now dribbles, hands it outside to Johnson. Johnson, one bounce, gets it to Long. And now we're down to 10 on the shot clock. Now they give it to Johnson. She can go one-on-one. Goes into the paint. Kicks it outside. Moore's open. 3-ball on the way. Swish! Angie Moore. When she can step into a 3, it's a thing of beauty. 50-32. Thunderwolves by 18. Down Hernandez on the block. Looked like she walked there. She shuffled the feet. No call. Now they hand the ball off. Spitting in. Knocked to the deck. Hernandez gets the ball back. Kicks it right side. Faking the 3. Knaufel drives baseline. Blocking foul called on Taylor Long. That'll be her third. 4th team foul.
Hey, didn't she beat us in the spot?
Now Csu back in the game, and Katie Cunningham, as usual, gets the final minute off of the quarter. Extra rest as you get the quarter break, as well as the last minute of a quarter. Here's the ball outside, Hernandez. Down on the block. Here's Schwecke. Back outside to Knaufel. Into the corner. Now they get it back to Schwecke on the block. Turns, faces, left-hand hook. Wild one, no good. Csu with the rebound. Csu hounded in the backcourt. Gets the loose ball. Now she'll bring it across the timeline. We're under a minute to go here in this third quarter. Thunderwolves taking care of business here. Up by 18. Left side to Johnson. Now to Beagley. Beagley thought about the 3. Drives into the paint. Cut off. Gives it off to Anderson. 10 on the shot clock. Now Csu look to go to work. 6 on the shot clock. Time for Csu to do something. Bumped outside. No call. Steps back. 3-ball on the way. In and out. No good. Rebound to Beagley. Into the corner to Long. Fakes. Drives in. Kicks it off to Moore. And she's whacked at. No call. And now what are they going to call? Jump ball. It'll be Thunderwolves ball. Very physical inside there, but the Thunderwolves get it on the alternating possession. They'll take it. Now they can go for the last shot. Jones checks in. Long will come out. Katie to triggered in on the baseline. Look at the holding in there. Inbounds to Anderson. Up top now to Johnson. Johnson now will go to work. 15 on the shot clock, or the game clock here. The shot clock is off. Johnson has the ball. Whacked it foul from behind on Jen Vigil. Foolish foul there because they're over the limit. And that means Jasmine Johnson will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Frustration foul there on Jen Vigil. And Lynn Plett, the head coach, says that was bad. I know it was bad by your player. It was a bad play. It wasn't a bad call. Trust me. But Rad Carter walks down there. He'll listen to Lynn. Second toss up and in. Johnson with 14. It's 52-32. Quickly back the other way. Knaufel stops from the top of the key. Goes inside. 4 on the clock. Knaufel with it. Lobs it down to the baseline. Turning. Facing. Shot on the way. No good. Johnson with the rebound at the buzzer. A clinic put on by the undefeated Thunderwolves in that third quarter. As they increase their lead to 20, it's 52-32. Fourth quarter coming your way next. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. 32. Thunderwolves on top. Lowest output of the year by an opponent for the Thunderwolves. Not only in the third quarter, but any quarter this year. 5 points scored by the Mountain Lions. They get the ball first to start this fourth quarter, down 20. They go down on the block to Fisher, skips it up top to Knaufel. Can't get the shot away, gives it off to Vigil. This is Kristen Vigil. Goes left side. Knaufel thought about jacking the 3 up, drives to the free throw line, and goes up and drew the foul on Csu, I believe, on the block here. Yep. Foul number 2 on Csu Anderson. Give you the updated shooting numbers here momentarily. There's Knaufel on the wing. Gives it off to Vigil. Vigil starts the drive. Into the paint. Kicks it off to the baseline to Schwecke. Back to Jen Vigil. Drives the baseline. Goes all the way out the backside to Knaufel. Back to Jen Vigil. 3 in the corner. Off the iron. No good. Cunningham lost the rebound. Taken away. Outside to Knaufel. To the baseline. Vigil drives in. Kicks it cross court into the corner. This is Kristen Vigil with it. She drives in the paint. It opens up for her on the way. Missed it. Rebound batted outside. Belongs to the Mountain Lions. To Knaufel. She drives in. Steps back. Lobs it down inside. Shot blocked by Roar. Foul on Molly. She got caught too low underneath the basket. And Schwecke will go to the free throw line. Only the foul number 2 on Molly Roar in the game. Free throw on the way, no good. Schwecke on the year, only a 62% free throw shooter, 20 of 32 coming in. She'll have one more here. On the way, got that one. So 1 out of 2 on this trip. That stops the Thunderwolves run. It was a 9-0 run before that free throw went in. 52-33. They break the pressure. Rohr gets it ahead to Jones on the baseline. Can't do anything with it. Now she'll dribble it out of there. Up top to Cunningham. Cunningham now to Anderson. Anderson holds it there. Gives it to Jones. Left side. Cunningham drives the baseline. She's called for traveling. Thunderwolves, that's their 10th turnover of the game. UCCS with 11 at this point. Thunderwolves shooting stats are up to 42%. UCCS down to 27%. Quick drive the other way, Veal, but has to angle out. Now they lob it way down on the block to Schwecke. Turns, faces, and gets it to drop. So Schwecke going to work on Molly Rohr, 52-35. But scored the first 3. And offensive foul called on Katie Cunningham. Wow. That was a radical call by one Rad Carter. Ball on the right side to Knaufel. Up top, now to Vigil. Vigil starts to drive into the paint. Cut off ball knocked loose on the deck. Hine went for the loose ball, couldn't get it. Up top to Knaufel. Fakes, she drives around. Johnson goes up, and she drew the foul. So Knaufel at the free throw line. First toss off the back iron, no good. Knaufel, she's only a 64% free throw shooter. 9 out of 14, make it 9 of 15 as she missed the first. Second toss is up, and she missed them both. Rohr lost the rebound, but it goes to Hine, and she gets it out. Led it to Johnson, ahead to Cunningham, across the timeline. Katie on the right side, steps back. Now a little stop and go move. In for the right, could have shot the reverse there. Goes outside instead to Hine. Hine right side to Jasmine. Fakes, drives to the free throw line. Won't take the shot. Lobs it down low to Rohr, and she's fouled from behind. Tori Fisher's picked up foul number 4.
Foul call number 11, Tori Fisher, number 4.
So Thunderbolts ball underneath the hoop. They lob it into Rohr. She's wide open. 10-footer in the lane, plays it in. Rohr with 16. 54-35. Thunderbolts by 19. Here's Vigil on the left wing up top to Knaufel. Knaufel goes back to the baseline. Vigil drives underneath the hoop. Can't get the shot off. Goes way outside. Long three-pointer by Knaufel. Off the back iron, no good. Long rebound. Belongs to the mountain lines. Hand off to Jen Vigil. In for the right shot. Up and in. Nice move there by Jen Vigil as she took it right at Rohr. 11 points for Jen. 54-37. Into the corner, Johnson with it. Now up top to Cunningham. Back to Johnson. Down low to Rohr. Wheels on the baseline. Goes underneath. The reverse is up. It won't go. And the ball knocked to the baseline to Jen Vigil. She'll bring it across the timeline for the Mountain Lions. To the right wing. Stops there. Lobs it inside. Turnaround shot up and in by Schwecke. And Jim Turgeon wants a timeout here as the lead is down to 15. 54-39. Thunderwolves on top by 15. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderwolves on top, 54-39, but the Mountain Lions have scored the last 4 in the game, and Jim Turgeon wants to nip this little run in the bud right now. Patriots on top of the Texans 7-3, late first quarter. Men's game to follow here, 7:30 or thereabouts. Inbounds pass along. UCCS, they want to speed the Thunderwolves up right now. Here's Hine. Lob it to Johnson. Long way outside. Goes right side to Rohr. Rohr now to Anderson. Anderson on the right wing up top to Johnson. 10 on the shot clock. To Long. Long now moves in. Dribbled it off her foot. Regains. In trouble, goes cross court to Tule-Su. 4 on the shot clock. Tule-Su jab step, launches the 3 ball. Short, long rebound. Hernandez has it. Mountain Lions can cut it to 13, maybe to 12 if they can launch a three here. Hernandez takes it into the paint, kicks it outside. Now up top to Jen Vigil. Now to Knopfel. Left side to Vigil. This is Jen Vigil. Skips across court to her sister. Now to the baseline. Schwecke with it. Ball knocked away. Thunderwolves have it. Johnson ahead of the field. Here's Sue Anderson. In from the left. Layup good. That's the way you stop a run. 56-39. Thunderwolves back on top by 17. 5:59 to go now here in the ball game. Knopfel drives the baseline. Back pass. Here's Schwecke. Missed it. Rebound to Rohr. It's the outlet pass to Long. Long now bring it across the timeline for the Pack. Dribbles in from the left. Takes it at Hernandez. Now back out of there with it. Goes outside. Now the Thunderwolves will go to work. Trying to just milk away another 30 seconds on the shot clock. Maybe get a hoop. Now to Hine. To Rohr. Rohr goes right side to Long. 10 on the shot clock. Now they get it to Jasmine. Right side to Long. Long holds it there. Goes up top to Rohr. 3 on the shot clock. Now to Sue. Steps back. Three-pointer on the way. And it's an air ball, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Inbounds pass to Jen Vigil. Brings it across the timeline for the Mountain Lions. Goes over on the right side. This is Kristen. Lob it on the block to Hernandez. He's doubled, now triple team. Turns, faces. Now nice between the defenders. Goes up and drew the foul on Hine. That's foul number 4 on Lauren Hine. Sue comes out of the game. Well, no, I guess not. I'm not sure who's coming out here. We're going to see. Free throw's up and good by Hernandez. It is Sue coming out. Hine out as well. Cunningham and Beagley back in. Hernandez, only 7 points in the game right now. She averages 16 an outing. Missed the second free throw. Beagley gets the rebound. It's 56-40. Thunderwolves by 16. Cunningham now. Bring it across the timeline. Gets it to Beagley. Left side to Johnson. Johnson dribbles around a screen to the free throw line. Down the lane she goes. Kicks it off the baseline to Rohr. Outside to Cunningham. 15 on the shot clock now. Long with it. Gives it off to Johnson. 10 on the clock. Johnson dribbles to the free throw line. Hands it off to Beagley. Fakes the 3. Drives to the paint. Goes all the way the whole shot. Blocked by Hernandez. And standing on the sideline. Getting the block shot and the rebound all in one motion was Brittany Hernandez. Kind of incredulous that time as Beagley took it at her. Timeout on the court. 4:37 to go here in the fourth quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 56-40. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. 56-40. Thunderwolves lead it by 16. Free admission tonight for all high schoolers and middle schoolers. It's alumni night as well up here. They're up there in the hospitality suite above Massari Arena. I always check every year, see if they put my audio up in there. Hello? Here's the inbounds pass to Rohr. Can't get the roll. Hernandez with the rebound. Outlet pass to Knopf on the right wing. Bounces down on the block. Turning. Shot blocked by Molly Rohr. And she lost the rebound. It comes outside to Jen Vigil. Left side. This is O'Flanagan. Dribbles around a screen. Will stop and go. Move. A little teardrop move. No good. They tried to lob it inside. Gets the rebound. Into the corner. Here's Knopfel for 3. It's off the back iron. No good. Beagley bats the rebound to Cunningham. Cunningham now will race it across the timeline. Dribbles to the right wing. Holds things up. Now goes to Rohr on the block. Backs her way in. Kicks it outside to Johnson. She'll launch a 3 ball. It's in and out. No good. And the rebound Hernandez. They got a breakout on the other end. Knopfel's ahead of the field. Hernandez didn't see her. She drives it right in on Beagley. Blocking foul on Beagley. Second foul on Beagley. And Hernandez to the free throw line. Going to struggle tonight from the line for Hernandez. 2 of 5. And she gets the shooter's roll this time. She now has 8 points in the game. Second toss up. She left that one short, but the rebound batted to the corner and it belonged to the Thunderwolves. Last touch by Knopfel.
And here's the winner of the raffle prize, the Csu-Pueblo prize pack.
Inbounds pass to Cunningham. Full court pressure here by the Mountain Lions. Cunningham breaks it easy. Gets it ahead of the field along with a pass a little too far. Long saves it, but right into the hands of the Mountain Lions. Here's O'Flanagan. She'll bring it across the timeline. On the fly, down the lane. Kicks it outside. Offensive foul, I think. Yes, on the Mountain Lions. O'Flanagan never stopped, and Jasmine Johnson just stood there, took the punishment, takes the charge. Hine checks back in. Beagley will come out. So there's that full court pressure again. Thunderwolves lead it 56-41.
Get out!
Cunningham loses the ball, but it goes right into the hands of Long. Long now on the breakout, gets it ahead to Hine. Hine alone ahead from the left. Good. Hine with only her second field goal tonight, but she has 4, 58-41. Thunderwolves by 17. Back the other way comes Jen Vigil. Goes outside to Schwecke. Work the ball around the perimeter. Left side to Knopfel. She'll drive the baseline. Fakes, turns, spins, hits. Knopfel with 10. 58-43. Quickly back the other way. Long on the baseline. Little stop and go move. Nice little scoop shot up and in. First field goal of the night for Taylor Long. 60-43. Thunderwolves by 17. Under 3 to go now. We're down to 2:45. Hernandez double team, triple team. Ball stolen away by Long. Outlet pass to Johnson. Brings it across the timeline. Fires it cross court. Cunningham wide open. 3 balls up and in. Cunningham, her first field goal of the night. 63-43. Thunderwolves now on their biggest lead of the ball game. Matching their biggest lead. They led by 20 at the end of the quarter. Here's a lob inside. Going up. Shot block. Foul on Rohr, though, as she fouled Schwecke.
Hey, really help on the press offense.
Third foul on Molly Rohr. I'll tell you what, head coach Lynn Plett, if they get to play the Thunderwolves again, he's going to be thinking about just getting that ball to Leaf. She's been the most effective getting Molly Rohr to foul in this game. Free throw up, in and out, no good. UCCS just flat out awful from the free throw line tonight. 5 out of 13, I believe it is right now. We'll have one more. And missed another one. Rebound batted out of bounds. Last touch by Angie Moore. So it'll belong to the Mountain Lions. They get another chance at it. 20-point lead for the Pack here. 2:20 to go. Inbounds pass to O'Flanagan. Holds it there. Now dribbles to the baseline. Goes underneath the basket. Shot blocked from me. Oh, late whistle foul on Cunningham. You got to be kidding me. Fans voice their displeasure. O'Flanagan at the line. Free throw up and good.
Hey, block out! Block out!
First point of the game for O'Flanagan. Second toss, good. 63-45. Thunderwolves lead it by 18 here.
Return to Thunderwolves line number 5, Katie Cunningham.
Vallejo gets the ball inbounded to Moore. Ahead to Johnson. Johnson, lost the ball. It's loose on the deck. Still loose on the deck. And it's still loose, and it's picked up by the Mountain Lions. Back the other way they come. Here's a drive to the hoop. Running right-hander, no good. Jasmine Johnson gets the rebound in traffic. Gets it ahead to Vallejo's. Long down court feed into the corner. Here is Long in from the left. Good on a foul. It'll count. Taylor Long took it right down the baseline and drew the foul and got it up off the glass. Chance for the three-point play. Jasmine Johnson out. Great effort for Jasmine. She has 14 tonight. At the free throw line, it'll be Taylor Long on the way. It's good. Completes the three-point play. 5 points, all of them here in the quarter. 66-45. Thunderwolves by 21. Back the other way in a hurry. It's Kristen Vio. Can't get the shot off. Goes to Brittany Hernandez. She backs out. Launches the 10-footer. It's up and in. Hernandez with 10. 66-47. Here is Long. Ahead to Vallejo's. Lost it. Regains it in the corner. In a bit of trouble. Feeds it off to Cunningham. Cunningham back to Vallejo's. Vallejo's dribbles around the screen. Goes right side to Long. Long backs her way in, hands it off to Jones. Jones will dribble it way outside, gives it off to Long. 7 on the shot clock. Long now, time to go to work. Nice behind the back dribble, into the paint, goes up, running right-hander up and in. Taylor Long with 7, putting on a clinic here the last couple of minutes. Back the other way, here goes Vigil. She was fouled by Katie Jones. First foul on Katie. So to the free throw line, it'll be Kristen Vigil. She's a freshman out of Parker, Colorado. Went to Lutheran High School.
Help us on the press.
Free throw up and good. Petrovic into the ball game, and Taylor Long comes out. Petrovic, she's out of Clearwater, Florida. So welcome our audience tuning in tonight down there in Clearwater. Second toss, good. Kristen Vigil has 5. Pressure in the backcourt. Thunderwolves break it. We're under a minute to go now. 68-49. Thunderwolves by 19. They held Metro State to 49 last night. UCCS with only 49 tonight. Here's Petrovic on the right side to Cunningham. 8 on the shot clock. Lob it down low to Moore. Backs her way in. Wheels goes up with the right hand. Left it short, but she drew the foul. Foul is on Schwecke. It's her first. So that sends Angie Moore to the free throw line. 5% on the year. 17 out of 20. Steps into the first and rattles it in. Beagley in. Katie Cunningham coming out of the game. One more for Angie Moore. It's good. The pride of Katy, Texas. 70-49. Thunderwolves by 21. Quickly back the other way. Here's Kristen Vigil. Drives to the hole, missed it. Rebound outside to Moore. About a 4-second differential between the shot and the game clock here, but the Thunderwolves will be in no hurry. They'll take an easy one if they give it to him. Here's Jones on the right side. Jones will drive to the baseline. Cut off there. Goes outside to Moore. Moore holds it. Steps into a 3-ball. It's on the way. Off the back iron. No good. Rebound to Hernandez. Hernandez now will race it across the timeline. Dribbles in from the right. Steps back. Little 10-footer on the way. Missed it off the back iron. Long rebound to the baseline. Moore had it. She was tied up. Alternating possession belongs to the Thunderwolves, and that'll do it. 3 seconds to go. Thunderwolves just have to inbound the ball, and that will do it.
Hey, hold the ball. Hold the ball.
And there it is. There's the buzzer. Thunderwolves win it 70-49. Stay tuned for our post-game show. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderwolves win the ball game 70-49. Thunderwolves led early 10-4. Mountain Lions came back on a 10-0 run. Actually led it by 4 on a couple of occasions in the first quarter. They were up by 2 at the end of 1, but the Thunderwolves tied it at 16. Mountain Lions had their last lead, 24-21. That's when the Thunderwolves then took off. They went on a 16-3 run to close out the first half, led it by 10 at halftime. They outscored the Mountain Lions 15-5 in the third quarter, led it by 20, and pretty much had it on cruise control the entire fourth quarter, and they win the ball game 70-49. Little alert here for our Stretch Internet audience here. We're going to go silent for the next few minutes here. We do our interviews with... We're going to talk to Jim Turgeon and our star of the game, Molly Rohr, here tonight. But if you want to hear those interviews later, I post them on the Jim Brooks fan page on Facebook. But we use our audio for that. We'll rejoin you in about 15 minutes for the men's game, as UCCS will take on the Thunderwolves. For our radio audience, come right back. We'll talk to Molly Rohr and Jim Turgeon. It all comes your way next. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderwolves win the ball game 70-49. Jim Turgeon going to be joining us here shortly. He is going to make his way in here. Being congratulated by some of the fans in behind us. Go ahead, Jimbo, put that headset on there and get ready to go. And Joining us now, the head coach of the Thunderwolves, Jim Turgeon. And Jim, that was a fabulous defensive effort again here tonight.
It really was. I know the girls didn't like it, but on Tuesday, we got back to the basics on defense, and I don't know if you guys realize what we just did. That team's the highest scoring team during conference play, highest field goal percentage team. We held them to 49 points and 28, whatever the percentage was. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Maybe they missed some shots they normally would make, but I think we had a lot to do with that, and I'm just so dang proud of our girls.
Well, I thought a lot of times in the game they had what I call give-up possessions. They said, heck, just jack one up because we can't get anything. We might as well just launch.
Yeah, they got frustrated. We mixed up how we were going to trap the post. We started the game one way, and then they kind of figured it out, and then we switched it. And that's what this team can do. Other teams, a lot of times, teams can't change midstream, and we're able to do that, and I think we kept them confused.
Well, their star, Brittany Hernandez, never let her get going. You said you had something special for her, and I think it was the little triple team coming at her. And that makes it frustrating for an offensive player.
We actually...
one time it was 4. It looked like you had a quad box.
See, here's what we were supposed to do. All 5 were supposed to go because I knew maybe 3 would go. So that's how I do it when that. But you got to play the percentages. If your life depended on it, would you want Brittany Hernandez shooting a 3 or shooting a 2? And she's pretty dang good both ways, but you'd rather her shoot a 2, rather shoot a 3 than a 2. So we tried to take that away from her, and then we had to make some adjustments on the other posts. We started trapping them early, and then we started discarding them one-on-one.
Well, and then in the second half, I thought the offense, you kind of just started grinding it out. It looked like you say, well, we're going to take 20 off the shot clock, we're going to get it down to 10 and try to get something to work, but it kind of took them out of any element of chance to get in a quick game and get back in it.
We're getting smarter. I felt like we took the off the pedal a little bit too much. I wanted us to be patient, but when we were running our offense, then it got late. We wanted to run a set. We took too long getting our set, and we'll get better at that. But a shot clock violation, we don't turn it over. We take 30 seconds off the clock, so that's a good thing when you're up by 20.
Prevents the run out, I guess, is the basic thing about it. If you get shot clock, no big deal.
Yeah, and you don't turn the ball over late in the shot clock. And I mean, we don't want to do that. It's not a game plan, but we'll get better. I mean, we did a good job of not taking fast shots, but we'll get better of being able to execute a play in the last 10 seconds.
Well, that was an incredible weekend to have here because there's a lot of pressure on this weekend coming in when you're undefeated. You're taking on 2 of the top teams in the conference with the history of it all and everything, and your team really acquitted itself well.
I know this because I've been doing this a long time, but what this group has done since Christmas break is not easy to do. Not easy to do at all. They're not in class. There's no routine. We're eating fast food every dang day. And to play good teams, and then a couple good teams on the road, and then play the second-place team at home that's just scoring lights out, and to win is really hard to do, and I'm so dang proud of our team.
Well, now you have something different, a quick turnaround. We had this once earlier this year when you came off the road trip, had to go play Highlands on a Tuesday night. Now you got to do the same thing with Carter Christian. How's the ball club approach that?
Yeah, I'm nervous about it. I told Coach Moyers last week, I said, the game I'm most worried about is the Christian game on Tuesday.
They're coming on, too.
Because we're playing 3 games in 5 days, and they only had 1 game this weekend, and they're playing much better. They're starting to figure out their new coach, and they're playing zone, and we won't have much time prepared for that. Against my judgment as a coach, we're still going to take tomorrow off, and we'll get ready on Monday, and we'll have a shoot-around on Tuesday, but we'll definitely have our hand. That's the game I was actually more nervous about than anything, but this team will respond.
All right, Jim, good job, buddy.
All right, thank you.
There he is, Jim Turgeon, the head coach of the Thunderwolves. Back, we'll talk with Molly Rohr right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderwolves win the ball game 70-49, and joining us now, our star of the game, Molly Rohr. 16 points, 4 rebounds, a couple assists, a couple of block shots on 1 steal. Not a bad night. Mm-hmm. It's got to be a kind of game. I know you get revved up. You kind of try to be mild-mannered, but when you're in the game, a switch kind of flips, and you get a little mean out there, which is a good thing for a basketball player down on the post. And when you got somebody mean like Brittany Hernandez, you got to up your game a little bit, up your meanness, and I thought you guys did that as a team here tonight.
Yeah, it was a rival game, so we all came out excited to play and ready to go.
Well, and you took over there offensively. A little slow start, but once you got going, got it down there on the low block. And I tell the listeners at home and the viewers on the Stretch Internet feed what makes you so tough, the ability to go right and left, and it just makes it a tough guard for anybody.
Yeah, just being able to read the defense and be able to help my team out in any way I can, just going right or left, I'll just be able to do that.
Well, the team's been good offensively, it seems like, all year, but this week, your coach, Jim Turgeon, said we had to concentrate on defense, and I think when you hold teams to 49 points on back-to-back nights, that says you listened and you did the job.
Right. Yeah, our practices this week were all defense-based. I thought we did a really good job of starting to get our defense back, and we're starting to do a better job of starting the game out better, but we still have a ways to go.
Well, now you have the quick turnaround. Coach is going to give you the day off tomorrow. I guess you got to relax, get your body well, but you got to come right back, take on Carter Christian. That's a squad that's kind of given the Thunderwolves problems in years past.
Yeah, they're a good team for sure. We just need to rest up and get ready to go.
All right, congratulations.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
your night.
Thank
Molly
you.
Rohr, there she is, the star of the game. Back with more right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderwolves win the ball game 70-49, and the women's game ending in good shape. We've got a little time for an extended post-game show here to wrap up what happened in the women's game tonight. Just tell you how the ball game went tonight. Thunderwolves opened up early, led it 10-4, but the Mountain Lions came back with 10 in a row, led it by 4 on a couple of occasions at 14-10, again at 16-12. Thunderwolves got the last hoop of the first quarter on a putback by Lauren Hine, then got the first bucket of the second quarter to tie it up at 16. But the Mountain Lions would get the lead back. They led it 24-21, but that was pretty much it for them here tonight as the Thunderwolves then went on a 16-3 run, led it 37-27 at halftime. Thunderwolves gave up the first hoop of the third quarter. It was a three-pointer by Hernandez, made it 37-30, but then the Thunderwolves would close out the quarter on a 15-2 run and lead it 52-32 at the end of 3, and they pretty much played tag the rest of the way, and the Thunderwolves win it 70-49. The second straight night the Thunderwolves have held their opponent to 49 points. That is great defensive effort. Thank you, Mr. Kelly. Got my nourishment here. Thank you indeed. Barbecue chicken and a little barbecued beef. Not bad. We'll tear into that here in a little bit. Here's the box for tonight. Molly Rohr ends up with 16 points, 6 of 10 for the field, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Jasmine Johnson, incredible game again off the bench, 4 of 7 from the field, including a three-pointer. She was 5 of 5 from the free throw line, finishes with 14 points. Tule Sue Anderson, 5 of 16 from the field, hit 2 three-pointers. Didn't get to the free throw line tonight. She finishes with 12. Angie Moore, 10 points off the bench, 3 field goals, 2 of them three-pointers. She was 2 of 2 from the stripe. After that, we have Taylor Long, 7 points, all of them coming in the fourth quarter. Lauren Hine finishes with 2 field goals for 4. Katie Cunningham hit a three-pointer for 3. Bigley and Jones each with 2 points. 26 of 57 from the field were the Thunderwolves. That's 46%. They were 6 of 20 from downtown. That's 30%. 12 of 12 from the stripe tonight. A perfect 100%. For UCCS tonight, their leading scorers, 3 players in double figures. Jen Vigil ends up with 11. Jenna Knopfel on the bench had 10. Brittany Hernandez held to 10 points. She came in averaging 16 points a game. Anna Schwecke, she had 7. Kristen Vigil with 5. Tori Fisher and Kelly O'Flanagan with 2 apiece, as well as Mia Carter. 17 of 59 from the field. That's only 28%. 29% make it. 5 of 24 from downtown. That's 21%. Only 10 of 20 from the free throw line. 50%. Thunderwolves out-rebound them tonight, 40-38. And the leading rebounder, as always, Katie Cunningham has 7. Anderson and Johnson with 6 apiece. Lauren Hine had 5. Molly Rohr with 4. 9 rebounds for Brittany Hernandez to lead the way for UCCS. Anna Schwecke had 8. Thunderwolves credited with 13 assists on their 26 made baskets tonight. Cunningham with 4. Jasmine Johnson with 4. 3 players with 2 assists apiece for UCCS. Each team turned the ball over 14 times tonight. Thunderwolves with 4 block shots tonight, 2 for Molly Rohr. She leads the conference in that category. 2 block shots for UCCS. Thunderwolves with 6 steals tonight as Long and Johnson with 2 apiece. UCCS, Jen Vigil had 2. Kristen Vigil had 3 to lead the way for them. Biggest lead of the night for the Thunderwolves was the final score. They had that lead of 21 on 2 different occasions at 68-47, and then also at the end 70-49. Biggest lead of the night for UCCS was 4 on 2 different occasions. Their last big lead was when it was 16-12 late in the first quarter. The game was tied on 4 different occasions. We had 2 lead changes. Thunderwolves took the lead for good at 25-24, and that was part of that big run to end the first half. Final score, Thunderwolves win it 70-49. Come back after this timeout. We'll talk to Ralph Turner. That all comes your way next. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo.